Hello,
Oh,
hello, everyone.
oh,
Oh my god, as soon as I switch over, I get a raid. Welcome on in, Leadipus. Oh, thank you so much for the raid. We just started. We're just getting started today. Welcome on in, Leadipus people. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Everyone go follow Leadipus if you've not already. Not be disappointed. They were doing some Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. I really need to play some more of that. I haven't played that in ages. I love Roller Coaster Tycoon. How was Roller Coaster Tycoon today, guys? Welcome on in. Power up. The snack raid, pink snack raid. All the pink snacks. Hello, Weisaru. Welcome on in. Welcome on in, Leadipus, of course. Welcome on in, King Smashington, Caffeine Daydream, and Cry Hard. Good to see you all. Thank you for popping over in the raid. We are doing a special Keymailer Redeem night. Mr. Dr. Dynamite, hello, hello. Good, we're doing a super long scenario, though. Ooh, those are fun. I hope your park guests are happy. Or upset if that's what you're going for. But welcome on in, Magashi-sama. Congrats on getting the first. Welcome on in, Mario Shardy. Welcome on in, Fleecy. Happy Canada Day to you as well. We're going to check out a game called Amerzone today, which is a remake of an old adventure game, 90s. Yeah, let's plunge right in and check it out. Folks at Microids were kind enough to send us a review copy. Let's take a look. Plunge right into Amerzone.
Let's plunge
Without
right
further
in.
ado, yes, thank you. Let's plunge right in. Yeah, welcome on in, everybody. Thank you so much for the raid again. And I hope you all are having a fantastic. Normally we do Stardew on Wednesdays. Today, we're playing Amerzone. From the original game is from the same people who made the Siberia series. If you're familiar with that, which familiar with it but never played it. Always wanted to. They're kind of like adventure games, kind of similar to like Myst. Lots of puzzles, but also kind of with the point-and-click adventure style as well. The game is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual persons, entities, or organizations, either living or dead, is. Don't turn off your computer while this icon is displayed, because I randomly just turn off my computer while I'm playing a game. All right, new game. Audio check. Turn it up a little. That looks about right. Let me know how the audio is. Gotta go down or up or left or right. Diagonal. New game. Ooh, we have difficulty. Traveler, you wish to enjoy the ambiance and story with a moderate difficulty level for puzzles. You will find more documents and guidance to your progress among the various destinations of your journey. In addition, the hints you can unlock from your journal will be more precise. You can change the difficulty mode at any time. Adventurer, you will get stuck more often and will need to explore and experiment more to solve the puzzles. You will find fewer documents to help to progress throughout the various destinations in your adventure. The hints you can unlock from your journal will be less precise. Note, for even greater challenge, you can disable this hint system and even the objectives at any time. To do this, go to the game options menu. I like that. I like adventure. Treat this like it's an old school adventure game. It is technically. Turn on the hints if we're really stuck, but I think it'd be fun to play through without it. Without manually. I only heard about this game not too long ago when there was some posts about it being free, the original version. I guess that was advance of this remake coming. Very Indiana Jones. Loving memory. Thank you again to Microids for the review copy. Lighthouse. The original game was a lot of pre-rendered scenes. Why I compare it to I'm mostly blind with this game. I have no idea what to expect.
You're the journalist, aren't you? I gave him your letter the other day. The professor's probably read it. He received another letter this morning. I put it in his mailbox. It was a letter from the museum. Letters from the museum. They always mean trouble. Hey, maybe you could take it to him. He has trouble moving around, you know. He's an old man. You know what I mean.
No, I don't know what you mean. Please explain.
You should see a doctor. Well, that's what I think anyway. Oh, and have a care. It looks like something fell from your bag over there. Well, then have a nice day.
One of those people where it's just like they never let you get a word in edgewise and just keep on talking. Don't you hate that? Professor Alexander Valambois. He awaits you at his lighthouse in Brittany. Despite his unsavory reputation, he is the only expert on the little-known Amerzone. Absolutely have to fill those last pages in the feature that Camille left so empty. Valambois seems to have enjoyed your communications. Get what you can from him face to face. Get back to Paris as soon as possible. The accounts department refuses to cover any hotel fees for this report. Fitzgerald, editor-in-chief, Mondial Magazine. Finally, gap for you to see her 2 seconds. They're like, well, gotta go, bye. Yep, got so much work to do. Yeah, I actually want to turn off the active. Moving around, click on the up icon, move in the direction shown. Yeah, just like you can skip the movement by double-clicking. You can skip all movements automatically by changing the game settings. For your convenience, some movements are set to be skipped by default. Yeah, so this is like a missed situation where we're on a track. That's my favorite. Ah, the RK2 one. I keep forgetting to add more of it. One of my like to-do lists is to bring all of the alert sounds over to Twitch version. We're all in the same spot. In close-up view, your cursor moving to the edge to shift your view slightly. Oh, okay. September 12th, 1998. It has finally happened. After months of waiting, unanswered requests, and some fairly desperate reminders, Mondial Magazine has finally given me some work. My first gig. The magazine needs something to round off its end of year geography feature. It will be dedicated to a little known South American country, Amerzone. It's next to Brazil, apparently, though I must admit I've never heard of it. My initial research hasn't turned up anything so far. I'll have to try and find an expert on that subject. 17th, 1998. I've just come out of a meeting with Miss Fitzgerald, editor-in-chief of Mondial Magazine. She wants me to dedicate my section of the Amerzone feature to one of the rarest, if not the only, experts. I was able to identify Professor Alexander Valenbois. The eccentric old man apparently lives as a recluse in a lighthouse in Brittany, and would only agree to communicate by letter. Miss Fitzgerald wants me to find out as much as possible from him. Valenbois isn't getting any younger, and his health is on the decline. Time to get out my finest pen. September 19th, 1998. I posted a letter to Professor Valenbois this morning. I feel like a kid on Christmas Eve. Might not win me a Pulitzer, but this piece might finally get me my press card. September 23rd. The excitement is beginning to wear off. I spoke to the researchers in the Natural History Museum this morning, who were in contact with Alexander Valenbois. They painted a rather contrasting picture. Specifically, they accused him of falsifying his purported discoveries during the expedition to Amerzone he led in the 1930s. Needless to say, with a contact like that, I'd be lucky if my article ended up as a sidebar to the work of my more reputable colleagues. Let's face it, Mondial Magazine tossed the work my way because none of their lead reporters would take it. October 6th, 1998. Tried a third time, still no answer from Valenbois. This job is slipping through my fingers. Perhaps it's for the best. October 9th, 1998. Professor Valenbois has replied. His letter was quite terse, but I got the impression he wasn't against the idea of talking to me about Amerzone. We're back in business. October 14th, 1998. Slight turn of events. Miss Fitzgerald called me this morning. Apparently, one of the magazine's reporters, Camille M., was injured while in the assignment at the zoo. A snake bite, and therefore can't provide her contribution to the Amerzone feature. That leaves 3 pages in the special issue to be filled, urgently. Miss Fitzgerald wants me to leave for Brittany this Friday to conduct a full-length interview with Professor Valenbois. She's already told him. I need to bring back something to fill the pages left empty by my unfortunate colleague, and I've only got tomorrow to prepare my questions. Okay. Langravin Peninsula.
My friend, this old fool is overjoyed that your editor has finally decided to send you to interview in person. As pleasant as it has been, our recent correspondence will not allow me to discuss certain subjects as freely as I
That's a
would.
Canadian goose.
The subject of your special issue.
I'm getting chased by a goose. No!
You must be aware that it hits very close to home for me. That mysterious land is both the source of my greatest joys and my deepest disgrace. As my old friends at the museum probably told you. But no matter what they say, I know what really happened over there in the 30s, when my companions and I...
Happy Canada Day, everyone. Happy Canada Day.
My friends and I, we caused harm. harm that I am determined to heal today.
Guy really needs to clean his glasses.
Not only to finally bring my version of what happened to light, but perhaps to do even more. Time is running out. So, safe travels, my friend. I am quite pleased to welcome you to my humble abode. Signed, Professor Alexandre Valenbois.
Righty. No worries, Lacey. You can directly control most mechanical elements in your surroundings. When the hand icon is displayed, click and hold the left mouse button. Move the mouse in that direction shown. Examining objects from all angles will help you discover useful information, and sometimes even specific actions. Hold the left mouse button to rotate an object, then use your mouse to move the cursor until it changes. The magnifying glass cursor reveals useful information. The pointer enables you to perform a specific action. Museum's letterhead. Bad sign, according to the mailman. Oh, open this guy's mail. Letter from the museum. Museum of Natural History. Jardin des Plantes, Paris. Mr. Alexander Valenbois. Mr. Valenbois, we have thoroughly examined your plans for a new expedition to the Amerzone and regret to inform you that we are unable to give a positive response to your grant request. First, the present economic situation does not permit us to finance such a risky expedition. Second, my colleagues and I are of the opinion that, unfortunately, you still have not renounced that empirical fallacy which was once at the root of a lengthy dispute between yourself and the museum. This venerable institution, which I now have the honor of representing, still remembers the bitter disappointment and mockery within the scientific community that resulted from your first expedition in 1932, which we had been weak enough to sanction in the first place. Just as my honorable predecessors did back then, I will warn you against the dangers of such an undertaking, where adventurous fantasy prevails over strict scientific rigor. Edouard Mulot, Curator. There you go. Journal has been updated. The different tabs contain the items and documents you've collected, your objectives, progressive hints for solving them, and lots of other useful information. Remember to check it often. You can open it from the right-click radial menu or by using the dedicated keyboard shortcut tab. Press card. Blank press card. Filled out. Instructions. Museum. Return ticket. Return ticket. Mondial magazine provided for my return to Paris as soon as my interview. So let's see. Takes place sometime in the late 1900s. Double check the exact date on it. Oh, it was 1999. That's right. This is the end of 1999. So yeah, the absolute latest of the 1900s. Yeah, 98. Okay, so late 98 actually. After an interminable journey, I'm finally here at the bottom of the Roches Noir lighthouse, somewhere near the tip of the Langevin Peninsula in Brittany. The big interview for my article will take place here, the home of Professor Alexander Valembois, recluse, zoologist, and expert on Amerzone. Everything's ready. I took great care in preparing for our interview. I even brought my good old blank press card, my totem, to remind me why I took on this assignment. It should only take a few hours. I'll be back in Paris by tonight. Gotcha, Fleecy. Yeah, the late 1900s. I feel like I should go around the house for the side. A nice anchor. I pick that up and take it with me. I was born in the late 1900s. Yeah, me too. Late 20th century. So I'm totally gonna have to solve puzzles just to get into this guy's house. That is a scary elevator. Oh, that just loops around? I see. Anything with that? Alright. You're not gonna knock? You're gonna walk right in? Open this guy's mail, walk right into his house. As you progress along your journey, you may find investigative material, evidence that will help you unlock additional articles for your report. You don't have to conduct these investigations, but completing them will enable you to discover additional content and delve into the secondary elements of the story. Investigations are recorded in the dedicated tab in your journal. Open it via the right-click on the radial menu or use the tab. Keep your eyes peeled and don't be afraid to go off the beaten path. Since Mondial magazine asked me to contribute to its special issue on Amerzone, I felt as though I've unveiled a case with untold ramifications. You need to investigate as many of them as possible. Letter from a teacher. Professor Valembois, I have been told you no longer want to teach your workshop next year after a disagreement with a parent of one of our pupils. For what it's worth, I sincerely think that you shouldn't take the comments of this individual, already notorious with your team, to heart. No one thinks you're a charlatan. You're a scientist, and the children love you. Year after year, I see how fascinated they are, and their teacher too, by your sessions with the Amerzonian goose. And so, I hoped you might change your mind by writing to you. I hoped I might change your mind by writing to you. To help persuade you, little Safia, who was also mesmerized by your last workshop, has asked me to send you something. Attached it to this letter, along with the usual sign-up form for external educators. I hope you'll send it back to me, filled in as usual. Warmest regards, Ariane D. Found a letter from a teacher begging Valembois to return to his position as a teaching assistant at school. He recently quit following an altercation with the parent of one of the students there. On his return from his expedition to Amerzone in the 1930s, Professor Valembois became the laughingstock of the scientific community. He then secluded himself in his old lighthouse. I'd like to dig a little deeper into this little-known part of his professional life, particularly the end of his career as a schoolteacher. The investigative material. Cool. Like rummaging through this guy's stuff. Going up the stairs.
You are the journalist, aren't you? Come. Come. Amerzone. Amerzone.
Yes, that's the game we're playing.
Too
Amerzone.
late for me. Too late. It's all over for me. I'm no longer in good health, my friend. It's a pity. But what can I do?
Such a shame.
In any case, Amerzone, all that. No one ever believed me. So, after all those years, the egg,
The egg.
the egg is still alive. Alive. Yes. I had planned to take it back over there to Amerzone.
You're gonna die right here?
My expedition was ready. And all planned out to the smallest detail. And now I have no strength left. You must go.
Hands off. Hands to yourself.
You must go. Take the egg back. Take the egg of the Whitebirds back to Amerzone. I beg you, please.
Sir, I'm just a journalist.
You will find everything you need right here in the lighthouse. You must
A bit more than I signed up for.
to the basement. Please. You must help. For her.
Is he dead? Call an ambulance. Kind of messed up. I'll just cover this guy up and then go rummage through his stuff. Alright. R.I.P. that guy. You can reveal all the possible interactions around you by holding down the Alt key, and the icons represented by the eye symbol. He's just dead, and I'm just like, alright, well, I guess I'll move on with my quest. I'm messed up. Valenbois. What a surprise. After all this time, when I got your letter... Hey, Julef. When I got your letter, you stubborn old mule, all the memories of our trip along the Amerzone River came flooding back. All that madness with your obsession with the white birds. But the country you knew is no more. Blank. Amerzone. Since your pal Alvarez took over, speaking of the old legends is forbidden. I have lost a lot of friends, not only to fermented drinks. Many were crushed under the boots of the military regime, before they could even utter the words, white birds. I did warn you. You'd never have stolen that egg, the ovo valojos. You cursed yourself that day, Valembois, and with you the whole of Amerzone. You doomed me, too, to watch the results of your folly every day, friends dying one by one. Soon I, too, will follow them. Rum will get the better of me. I am dying, Alexander. Leaky. His friends turned to the fermented drinks. Oh, shame. But I must forgive you, just as, I believe, you have forgiven me for abandoning you that day, deep in the jungle. I will keep this backup diskette that you sent me. Hide it where you two met. You know who. You and you know who. I will also leave some fuel for your infernal machine, as requested. Just be warned that I will probably no longer be here to welcome you when you arrive. Luis Angel. Died in his gin bathtub. Rum Rogers. Blue Lantern fan. Blue Lanterns are interesting too. Somewhere out there is a Temple of Flight, and then the volcanic crater, and there, perhaps, redemption? Yeah, Blue Lanterns are pretty neat. The Ovo Velojos village is still there. Dear Sir, I convey to you the heartfelt greetings of President Alvarez, who is in ill health and unable to reply to your letter personally. Naturally, he has fond memories of the adventures you shared in the 30s upon his return to the country. However, as I am sure you will understand, our country's laws must apply equally to all. The bonds of friendship you once had with our supreme guide do not entitle you to special privileges. I, therefore, regret to inform you that I cannot process your application for a visa to enter Amerzone. We do not wish to welcome any more scientific expeditions which could lend credence, whatever form, to the existence of those white birds. This Indian mythology, as with all others of its kind, keeping our indigenous fellow citizens in a state of mind that is incompatible with our country's triumphant march towards progress and modernity. Thank you for your understanding, Colonel Garciello, attaché to the Secretariat of the Office of the President. St. Walker is most notable, powered by Hope. They supercharged GL rings. Barry Allen had a blue ring at one point. I don't think I read that crossover, though. Barry Allen just stacking superpowers. Valembois, I never would have imagined I'd hear from you after all this time. I still remember the day you washed up on our island after that contraption of yours hit that sperm whale. Sure you know what has become of one of your traveling companions, Antonio Alvarez. Perhaps it would have been better if he'd gone down with your machine in the lagoon. Anyway, take care of your doohickey. This backup diskette you sent with your letter. I'll hide it away like you asked, where you stayed back then. You're right to be cautious. The Amerzone Coast Guard seems paranoid that a foreigner like you is going to try and sneak across the border sometime soon. Fair winds for your voyage, and I guess, see you soon. Illegible signature. P.S. Watch out for sperm whales this time. Gotta watch out for that sperm whale. President Antonio Alvarez, what has become of you, old friend? The Amerzone Delta, where the waters of the eponymous river flow into the Atlantic Ocean, a natural border, easily accessible, particularly after a stopover on the shipwreck island. Oh dear. Amerzone route map. Circled Island. Seemed like Valembois wanted to stop off there. A journey that starts in France, crosses the Atlantic on an island, then goes up to the Amerzone River. To a volcano. Sketched figures. They look like animals. Best avoid. Luis Angel, my guide in 1933. He abandoned me back then, but strangely, I feel I can trust him. Enough to send him a diskette? Luis's old cabin on the banks of the Amerzone River. I read that too. This? Amerzone Delta. Yep, I did read that. Okay. Capital of Amerzone. Alvarazopolis. Place to be avoided. The fisherman we met on Shipwreck Island during the 1932 expedition. He was just a lad back then, reliable but uncommunicative when he was in a bad mood. He accepted the diskette, even hid it from Antonio's henchmen. Valambois, I never would have imagined I'd hear from you after all this time. I still remember the day you washed up on our island after that contraption of yours hit that sperm whale. Oh yeah, I already... Hard to tell what I've ordered. I think I've got everything here. Yep, just gonna, not worry about the dead person. Listen to the music. I can't believe he's not, like, makes no attempt to, like, contact anybody that this man's died. Good way to... Suspicious. What's to take care of? They're dead. Yeah, just throw a sheet on them. That's how they did it in the 90s. Just somebody dies while you're in their house, you just throw a sheet on them and rummage through their stuff. Simpler time. Oh, here's a phone. Maybe we should call 911. Late 1900s were wild.
Emergency services. Hello? Hello? Yes, it's a call from Professor Valenbois' lighthouse. Professor Valenbois? Professor Valenbois? Oh, I hope he's not having another stroke. I'm sending an ambulance to the lighthouse, Professor. Hold on.
Call a French emergency number. I just got an achievement. Funny. Oh my god, that looks delicious. Oh, he's dead. I want to just eat some of this nice ham and like a sausage ring. Thick cut bacon. Look at that marbling. Up in his office. Got a slide projector. An Amerzonian goose, the eternal guide towards the great white birds. Okay, I don't have any more slides. Remember these were the late 1900s, back in like grade 2? Yeah. But yeah, what's my journal say about this guy dying right in front of me? Oh, I have a map now. Cool. Hey, Cap. Welcome on in. Playing Amerzone. How are you today? Slide 2. Silhouettes of 3 men, Valenbois and his companions. Valenbois' notes. Difficult to read without using a projector. Put it in the projector, then. More slides around. In front of the store for tortillas. Be back in 30 minutes, no worries. Good luck. Amerzone takes place in the 90s. What we're referring to as the late 1900s. Just getting you up to speed, yeah.
My dear friend, I am an old man in the twilight of his years. I know now that I will never have the strength to set off again to the Amazon. My only remaining hope resides in convincing you to go in my stead. Make amends for the wrong I have done to that country over 50 years ago.
What do you do?
It was in 1929, at the university where I was finishing my studies in natural sciences, that I first heard of the Amerzone. I befriended a young law student from that country. His name was Antonio Alvarez, and he was later to
Early
become the
1900s,
despotic
yeah.
leader that we now know today.
Hey, Ghost. Welcome on in.
He suggested going with me as my guide and interpreter until we got to the last steps of civilization in his country. A second companion was to join me.
How are you doing, Ghost? Good to see you.
Father David Makowski.
Can I get a shout out for Ghost when we get a sec, please?
To perform mission work among the inhabitants of those regions forgotten by the Creator. We set off, therefore, one morning.
Everyone go follow Ghost if you haven't already.
1932, on board the Hydra float, a revolutionary invention of mine. Unfortunately, this first prototype had several imperfections.
They hit a sperm whale.
Mechanics of the craft failed us on the way, near Shipwreck Island. A large number of sperm whales had settled there.
Doing fantastic, playing Amerzone.
I feared that we might have hit one of them.
Shame.
It was only by a miracle that we set foot on the shores of the Amazon. But already, my friend, I realize that I am only at the beginning of this tragic story. If you want to find out about what follows, it will be waiting for you in the basement. Your next destination, should you decide to replace me for this new journey.
So this is about a journalist who's trying to interview this this guy who went on this expedition, Valenbois guy. And when he shows up to the man's house, he immediately dies and leaves him this request to take up his expedition that he wants to go back to this this South American country where I guess there's some kind of mystical birds. Why not? Wasted cured meats. Alright, see you later, Cap. But yeah, so we showed up, he died, and now I guess we're just gonna take over his expedition because he was too old to do it. You have found Professor Valenbois' travel journal, the memoirs of his first expedition to Amerzone. It is an inexhaustible mine of information about the mysterious country. Some of it may prove useful. You can access Valenbois' travel journal. I.e. Canadian game, yeah. Journey to Amerzone, 1932 to 1934. Notes and observations for explorers. The Amerzonian goose. The Amerzonian goose owes its name to the fact that its annual migration leads it to the delta of the Amerzone River, where it settles down for the winter. The simplest way to reach the shores of the Amerzone would be to follow the same route as these birds. That is, were the constraints of refueling not to be taken into account. Finding a future dictator a requirement for this expedition? I don't know. Seems like it. Have to retrace their steps exactly, including crashing into a sperm whale. 19th of October, 1932. David and Antonio watched the geese fly off toward the Amerzone. 22nd of October, 1932, 7 hours 53 minutes. At last we're off. We follow a small flock of geese. The Hydra float is performing beautifully. I am very proud of my invention. I am eager to test its numerous capabilities. So we're going to have to fly this thing, I guess. Hope everyone remembers how to fly a plane from Indiana Jones. Shipwreck Island. A large number of sperm whales have settled here. I fear that we might have hit one of them as we approach the channel that leads to the atoll. This atoll bears its name well. It seems to be the meeting place of all those who roam and explore the planet. Fortunately for many of them, this is where the adventure stops for lack of transport. This is a necessary stop. We need fuel to fuel the Hydra float. We're all pilots here, that's right. Yes, this is actually a remake of a game that came. 25th of October. The sperm whale we hit caused serious damage to our Hydra float. I'm afraid that if Providence does not come to our rescue, our adventure will end right here on this wretched island. 10th of November. We are in very poor spirits. We are indeed prisoners on this ill-fated atoll. We spend our time listening to the stories told by the travelers passing through. Then, with a pang of anguish, we watch them set off again. As far as the eye can see, the delta of the Amerzone River. 25th of December, 1932. We set foot on the shores of the Amerzone. Airplane instruction manual? Nah, I think you can wing it, but ching. Puebla. The village is built on an old fort that was formerly used as a trading post by the conquistadors. The only means of transport is an old railway line. This village is a flourishing marketplace for the whole of the region's population. Fauna and flora of Amerzone. The Amerzonian vulture. Puebla, December 1932. Yakino. Caphyrtus horribilis. Horicow. Very common throughout the village of Puebla. The natives are very fond of it. They say it has calming properties. Puebla, 1st of January, 1933. Last night a man told me about some strange white birds. He has agreed to guide me up the river. He is of mixed blood and lives in the jungle, 10 days from Puebla by canoe. Shabby hut on the riverbank. Farewell to Mikowski and Alvarez. Hummingbird bat. What? Alligator toucan. Luis Angel, my guide. 11th of January, 1933. The surroundings of my guide's humble dwelling are extremely diverse from a zoological point of view. Suckerer? What? Why do we want to go here? Thanks to the Amerzone River. Anyway. Keep wanting to say Amazon. Porcopotamus? This is starting to look like Avatar creatures. Tricorn buffalo, a skittish and apparently stupid animal. Rhinopotamus! This animal seems to thrive in the meandering waters of the Amerzone River. The natives hunt it, as they do the porcopotamus, with which it must not be confused. There are many oxbow lakes, tributaries, and distributaries along the Amerzone River. The current is very strong, and only the solid experience of my guide enables us to progress without mishap. Petrosaur, a strange fish-eating lizard. Its habits are truly remarkable. It has a long nasal appendage that ends in a kind of claw. It hooks insect larvae onto it and uses it to hunt fish. This is funny. While you're researching these weird animal mashups, the Little Lanterns are watching Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2, like a Jurassic Park 2, and is filled with animal food mashups. Super fun. Petrosaur, a strange fish-eating lizard. Oh, 17th of February, 1933. Set up camp in one of the many inlets that stretch along the river. 18th of February, 1933. My guide deserted me during the night. February 1933. I have reached the Amerzone Falls. 22nd of February, 1933. I glimpsed a native village in the distance. I am hesitant to establish contact with these Indians. I suspect it is their approaching presence that made my guide run away. Banana ostriches, tachydiles, apple pydras, flamingos. 23rd of February, 1933. I have been tormented by a strong fever since the middle of the night. I am too weak to get up. My senses are progressively deteriorating. Sucker for wordplay. 28th of March, 1933. The positive evolution of my illness now permits me to resume the course of this journal. I have been taken in by the inhabitants of a strange village. They seem devoted to a particular form of worship, the nature of which I have not yet fathomed. They are peaceful Indians who survive on hunting, gathering, and on honey. They consume in great quantity. The 6th of April, 1933. Yekumani. 15th of April, 1933. I must admit that I am quite proud to have brought these Indians few rudiments of civilization. Great. I have made them understand that waterfalls can be a great source of energy and that the laws of mechanics and physics can improve their lives tremendously. With their help, I have developed various pieces of machinery that will free them from their daily labors. Great. Modernizing. 15th of April, 1933. Right. Indian village, the Ovo Volahos tribe. Mechanisms with counterweight to ascend the waterfall. Water wheel controller. Filling the counterweight tank. Hauling towards the marshes. 1st of June, 1933. This morning I attended a strange ceremony which convinced me that the legendary white birds really do exist. The egg, brought down from the mountain by a young Indian boy and strangely manipulated by the village sorcerer, is gigantic, and, to my knowledge, does not belong to any known animal species. Egg of the white bird. Avis alba. According to my Indian friends, it is the egg of the white bird. It would appear that their priest performs a sort of treatment on the embryo to cure it of a severe physiological alteration caused by the noxious fumes emanating from the volcanoes to which these birds are bound. Without this human intervention, these mythical birds would probably have ceased to exist a long time ago. Wait, Ibis alba? Avis alba. Judging from the primitive paintings that I was able to see in the village, a young Ovo Volahos boy must go through a fearsome rite of passage in order to enter adulthood. The adolescent boy must set off alone towards the volcanoes of the Amerzone, seize the egg of a white bird, then bring it back to the village. As soon as the priest has finished the sacred ceremony, the young man must return the egg back to where he found it so that it may hatch under the right conditions. 2nd of June, 1933. I took a leave of my hosts at dawn. Thanks to a mechanism I had devised, I managed to take my boat up the falls. Then, with the help of an additional mechanism, I conquered the torrential current and, in so doing, reached the place where the river settles down and loses itself in the swamp. Marshlands are sacred to the Indians. They are the burial ground of their ancestors. Moreover, one must traverse them to get to the volcanoes. It is a dangerous place, and going through it is a terrible ordeal. The web-footed giraffe is, and always has been, domesticated by the Indians. The Indians ride them through the marshland. Giraffes that have remained are wild are very timid. Web-footed giraffe. Degenerate white bird. Unlike its noble cousins, the blackbird ventures quite far from the volcano. 15th of June, 1933, Temple of Flight. Chain of volcanoes as seen from the temple. 18th of June, 1933. Here I am at the end of my journey at last, after several months of adventure. Till now, I have seen only those pitiable little black birds, and I have been able to observe that they lay eggs that are similar in every respect to the one that I saw in the Ovo Valajos village. These birds are very prolific. I have counted up to 10 birds hatching from the same egg. Nevertheless, their existence is precarious. They fly poorly and display clear signs of degeneration in all aspects of their behavior. It seems to confirm the expertise of the Ovo Valajos priests in the matter of embryonic surgery. Saw them this morning. There they were, right before my eyes. They glided inside the crater for a long while. Then, imperceptibly, they rose and rose on the thermal column until, by noon, nothing more than tiny specks in the sky. Give us Alba. Alright. Well, that's a lot of reading. I'm liking it, though. Alright, time for a short break. I will be right back, everybody. For Amerzone. BRB. Alrighty, and we're back. Play some more Amerzone, shall we? Let's plunge right in. Oh, there's the key. Probably to the basement. Labeled basement. French, probably. There. Check out this slide. October 1932. Antonio Alvarez, David Mikowski, and myself, Alexander Valenbois, were setting off for the Amerzone. Go up this slide. Ooh, that's a nice alligator skin. Specimen seems to have some sort of venom gland. Aptly named. There it is. Book is open at a page about the Amerzone Hako. Page shows a female on the left and a male on the right. Oh. Oh dear, okay. Symbol? Probably specifics. Squid. Yeah, so it's 3 symbols. Puzzle. Just hit it really hard. Oh, ambulance still hasn't shown up. Seems like she meant a great deal to Valenbois. Lied, alright. Portrait of a young woman. Looks like she's the one in the photo of Valenbois' assault. Labeled 5 out of 6. Got this slide while we're up here. Give me, my darling. Alright, now that we have the key. Let's go in the basement. There we go. Basement tunnel. And I've been electrocuted. My first instinct would not be to go down into them. Guess that's what we're doing. Kind of nice that I can see. Like that feature. This is an alternate history. They probably have alternate meaning of smart. It's just the 90s version. Now that's a computer. Progressive hints. Need help progressing? Go to the mission tab and click question mark. Note, however, the ellipsis icon indicates the next hint will only become available once you have done what the previous hint suggested. That's kind of nice. Line icon indicates that you have used all the available hints for the current objective. Note, you can deactivate this hint system anytime in the game options. Oh, I really want a hint. It says I can deactivate it.
My dear friend, it's nice to see you again through these few pages. The previous ones ended with my arrival in Amerzone with my comrades, Alvarez and Makowski, in 1932. For some weeks, all three of us traveled to Puebla, a fort village upstream of the river Amazon Delta.
I like these live action cutscenes.
In the mouth of an old drunken and erudite Indian that I first heard of the great white birds. The white birds are dependent on the imposing volcano that rises above the Amazonian jungle. They are majestic skyships of sorts. They glide interminably, taking advantage of the thermals created by the heat from the craters.
Oh!
Every 3 years, one of the females of the colony abandons a single egg that will, all by itself, contain the entire next generation of white birds.
Seems like a evolutionary flaw.
But the embryos contained in the egg are subject, it seems, to a brutal alteration in their chromosomes due to the toxic gases that escape the volcano. Left to its own devices, the egg would hatch nasty little black birds with a precarious existence. It is, at this point, that the intervention of the Ovo Volahus, an indigenous tribe descending from a very ancient and famous civilization of white bird worshippers, takes place.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Ignoring the warnings of my companions, I set off towards the unknown, with the old
Zoological?
Indian as my guide. After a month of traveling, I reached the Amazone fall. Then, out of the blue, my guide had left me. I was starving and had no more strength, totally weakened by a vicious tropical disease. I owe my life to the hospitality of the native tribe living near the bottom of the falls. A young Indian girl patiently lavished on me the care that was necessary for my recovery. To tell the truth, we never left each other after that. Her name was Yekomani. I loved her, and she loved me. And the months that followed
Full
were
native.
the most beautiful of my long life. But here we are, already approaching the sinister conclusion of this tale, my friend. There is still time for you to turn back. But if you decide not to, the end of my story is waiting where yours will begin.
And I only have one at a time. Oh, I see. Unbutton it. The disk drive. Oh, is it over here? There we go. Hydrofluid operating system. Love this. Oh, great. There's a password. Eight zero 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 eight S. Let's try it. Incorrect password. Tried it. It's a pretty elaborate basement. It always works. It's locked. We try pen 15. Right number of characters. Guess that would give me a password. Also no letters. Okay. Make sure there's nothing else I can investigate here. All. Name there. Password's probably somewhere up in his office. Should be using the Alt key so I can see all the interactables. There's a note there I didn't notice. Oh no, I did notice. I probably missed some stuff up here. Did get another slide, right? No, I didn't. Give me more. I haven't looked at this yet. Oh, I haven't even been up here before. Wow. Another computer. It's a VHS player. Crazy. VHS tape.
Amerzone is a powerful country, and the people of Amerzone are its symbol. I am the father of the Amazonian people, and as this nation among them, long live Amazone! Long live progress! Progress will liberate us, separate us from the romantic nonsense of the savages. Progress will burst open the door to the modern world so that we, the people of Amerzone, may enter and take our rightful place.
Right. That dictator guy. Go on the dictator. This whole thing, that's a lot. That's so much. Hey Cap, welcome back. The white birds! No, those are just Canadian goose. Hell of a view. And up the ladder. Nice. What's that guy doing? Wasn't that the mailman? Bike breakdown? Curious. I guess I'll see him later. See. So we have an Apple TV. It has its own remote, but my iPhone also has a remote app built into iOS. Sometimes when I need the kids to shut the TV off and they won't, I start randomly fucking whatever they're watching. Hilarious. Okay. I need a 3-digit code. Interesting. Trigonometry manual. Oh boy. About to learn some trigonometry, I guess. Oh, another slide. Crowd of people with their arms raised seem to be carrying something, though it is difficult to make out what exactly without a spectre. Disabled force. Well, I guess we'll just have to find a projector. This looks like it was once a form to be completed by external educators who gave classes for Torville Elementary School in Langerville. Just now I started moving my fingers all the remote app like crazy, and I could hear them all start angrily screaming at the TV. They know it's me, but it still takes them a couple seconds to remember that. Hilarious. Anything else in here I haven't looked at? Okay, so I have applied. Ovo Valajos tribe, guardians of the great white birds and their. What's going on? What's it doing? No, why is it going crazy? Wait a minute. Daddy! That's great. Retirement gift. JF Millet High School. Judging by the smell, Valenbois liked to add a little kick to his coffee. They absolutely tortured you today. Yep, just a dead guy under a sheet there. Worry about. Ambulance still hasn't shown up. That's okay. Maybe I have to go and talk to that mailman. Oh, there's more over here? Oh, you're right. This is where I, telescope. How about that? Not one of them was easy. Everyone was just miserable AF for no reason. Tried, probably a dozen times to cheer everyone, lighten the mood, and finally I cracked. Things improved around 6:30 p.m., but damn. Yeah, that's rough. Made everyone cry. Great times. Good. As you should. So clearly that leads to somewhere. Go underground too. Back to the basement. Lead I have right now. Password. I had to pick this game up from the GOG log. I plugged it, I think. Wait. Yeah, and you got the original version, so you'll get to see what that looks like. Well, it's pre-rendered goodness. It'll probably look a lot like Myst. It just no. Yeah. I didn't. Oh yeah, it's just the volcano. Just too weak. The thing is that globe. Got a squid. There's a boat. Swordfish. Go. Goal. Specifically, these ones that have splotches on them. Those. Splatter. There's not. press the... So the fact that the splotches are depressible means something. Other areas are not. There is a splotch that I'm... Yeah? Yeah, the splotch is relevant. A word smut. Squid. I love these types of puzzle games. Sometimes I just need guidance. How to find a lot of info here, but it's like everything. I think there'd be some clue here. I'll just need... skimming. So like this, like games like this, they'll always give you a clue. Oh, I haven't been in here yet. Exploring every door. Oh no, I have been outside. For this is definitely going to be fixing that element. Puzzles should be hard, but always fair. Yeah. This is definitely the type of game that like rewards perception. Like, why can't I look through this? I feel like there's got to be a reason. Now that guy's gone. He was there before. Jesus. Book must have helped Valenball with some very tricky calculations. One also eludes me. For sense. Sure. Honestly, I guess I'm looking at the mechanism of the lighthouse, and like maybe I can turn it somehow. Not sure why I would need to do that. It's funny how it's just like there's all this stuff to do before we even leave on the expedition. Like, I love that in games like this. I feel like this is like I haven't read this, but like I feel like there's probably nothing background on that guy. Yeah, 1996, a recording of the dictator. Even has a satellite date. Definitely need to find more slides. It also seem like yeah, preparing for the journey. That whole thing about birds was like, just pick the birds.
There are 3 birds. Maybe it's pick the 3 Amerzonian. Oh, that's like a mammoth? I feel like there was one more bird for sure. I guess that's more of a tree. I thought it was a flamingo. Weird giraffe thing. I don't know exactly what it's like a kind of tree. Supposed to be the words. Mammoth thing. Can't tell what these images are supposed to be. Like it was something and then it got blotted out. I feel like that's got to be. Oh, that's a sperm whale. That's what that is. Just like that thing Tim Schafer said in the Tentacle from Fandango commentary. Was that considering their players and what drives them in the game, they were like, puzzles should unlock something cool to investigate. Yeah. Absolutely. It's well, maybe I'm trying to like recreate his journey. I'm not sure what that is. That is. Oh yeah, maybe it's yeah, so maybe it's the 3 birds, the giraffe thing, and the volcano. I guess that's what that one thing on Australia. Oh, there's also a sperm whale. I see. So it starts in France. So first the birds, then sperm whale, then the giraffe. Oops. Birds. Sperm whale. Crap. Yes! Okay. Nailed it. And we have been rewarded with passport. Boss passport. Melonball renewed his passport very recently. You returning to Amerzone? Born June 29th, 1904. Melonball lived a long life. Bad he's dead. Melonball's reminders. Various notes that seem to be memos scribbled by Melonball. One in particular jumps out at you. Password equals birthday. Oh, so probably his birthday. Thank you, Mr. Alexander. Sophia, grade 3, Tourville Element. Aw. Cool. I see. So now we have an article detailing what we just did. That's pretty cool. Passport. Binders. Right. Cool. Neat. Alright. Another puzzle solved. And let's take a short break. I'll be right back, everybody. BRB. Game Super. And we're back. Let's get back to it, shall we? I'm really enjoying this game. I hope that you guys are enjoying watching it. This is totally my jam. These types of old school point-and-click adventure type, puzzle type games. Love these. Myst likes. Definitely inspired by Myst. So now if we return here, password should just be Valenbois' birthday. Yeah, from his passport. June 28th, 1904. So 06284. Verifying status. Oh. Access authorized. Cool. Mentions a startup program and a plane mode for the hydrofoot. 3D digital interface. This remake is beautiful. Now this is the elevator. All right. Down we go. And there's the Batmobile. Lights are on. Elevator plan. Listening along, loving this. Being though. A diagram of the elevator used to enter the sea base, but something doesn't add up. Raise GLF. We got another slide. Diagram with mathematical annotations. I need a projector to make out what it is. 3 out of 6. Sledgehammer. Go sledgehammer. With caution. Well, judging by its condition, probably brickwork. Bedtime, kiddo bedtime, gotcha. Doing bedtime, I understand. Up this ladder. Yeah, we're in like a launching pad area for this boat plane hybrid that the guy invented. Train game. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with this till I know what I'm supposed to. I'm probably supposed to use it to load something. Hydrofloat. A letter.
My friend, so you have decided to push your curiosity to the limit. I will never be able to thank you enough.
Yeah, you won't because you're dead. You're not even paying me for
So it
this.
is without further ado that I will tell you the conclusion of my history. I ended the last part of my storytelling with the moments of happiness that I shared together with my one true love, Yakomami. The most beautiful weeks of my existence. Yet a strange event would put an end to the sweet bliss in which we were plunged.
Take the plunge.
One morning, Yakomani signaled to me to watch what was happening through the branch walls of our hut. The fever of my illness, compounded with that of love, had eclipsed my faculties of scientific observation. But then and there, I suddenly came to myself. What I had just seen in the hands of the priest was the egg of the white birds. I wanted that egg more than anything else in the world.
I want that
To take it
egg.
back to Europe. Taste the glory of recognition from the worldwide scientific community.
You stole the egg.
Dawn, I set off, never to see her again.
That
I
bastard.
stole their only egg and took it back to Europe. I have put in danger the very existence of a truly exceptional living species. And I betrayed the trust of a young Indian girl who, I now know, was the only love of my life. At the
Shame.
museum, no one believed my stories about the white birds. I became the laughing stock of the scientific community, and my career was irreparably broken. It has been
Scandale.
10 years now since the museum returned the egg of the white birds to me. It miraculously remained intact, not having suffered from the ravages of time. The egg was alive.
It's alive.
Since that day, I have only had one thing on my mind. Make right the wrong I have done, and take the egg back over there to the Amerzone. In the meantime, I have put it in a safe place. Today,
gotta find the egg.
everything is in place. I have developed a new hydrofloat that is specially designed for an expedition into the heart of the Amazon. I have carried out all the necessary checks and calculations and corrected all the imperfections. But, as I have already told you, I am now an old man, and I no longer have the strength to undertake such a journey. So it is up to you. You, who seem to be interested. It is you
Old.
that I'm asking to take my place. Go back to the Amazone and take back the egg. I beg you.
Can I offer you an egg in this troubling time?
May God protect you, my friend.
What if I just say no?
Valenbois.
What if I don't want to take the egg back? What if I just feel like making an omelet? Pass. Yeah. What's in it for me? Must be nice to live a life where you can just go on an adventure willy-nilly. Not have to worry about paying rent or bills.
Hello, you're listening to Radio Longrevin, your favorite local station. And up next, regional news, with important information for you birders on the peninsula. Today, migrations begin for the famous Amazone geese, an emblematic animal of our coastline. The geese should start their departure in the coming hours, off to their vacation homes, so to speak, nestled far away in the jungles of South America. But they'll be back with us next summer. It's a Breton tradition that their migration is a good omen. So let's rejoice and wish them a good flight. Moving on to schools now. Let us salute the students of the primary school of Tourville who took the initiative in recent weeks to...
Copy the diskettes, copy the backups, send the backups, fix system bug version 9.9, start system, restore version, destroy corrupted diskettes, recopy corrupted diskettes, retry update 9.9 in safe mode, install fully automatic readiness module for the craft separately just in case, validate version 1. This. Like a bed. This. Fuel. I'll have to find a fuel tank. Nothing? Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, like, don't worry, dear. I'm just flying off to a strange country because an old man who dies the moment I meet him, told me there's a magic egg there. Talk to you later. Yeah. And it's like he knew he was about to die, too. Because he left all these, notes. Fast travel. That's nice. Oh, okay. Up we go. Okay. The geese. The Amerzonian goose. And another slide. Polished wall. I think I have all the slides now. Ah, so now we're in this elevator. Ooh. Put those slides in. Got all the slides. $59 plus 6, of course. Egg will be safe here. That's supposed to... Oh. Let's try this fast travel. Back to base. Oh yeah, that's super nice. I love that. Oh, there's the gas. Full fuel. Good. It's a jerry can. Might as well fill it up. You gonna give it back to Jerry? Jerry, Jerry. Alright, that should be enough fuel to get us across the Atlantic. Okay. Insert disk. Load. Plane mode available. Plane. Fuel, okay. Egg, no. Launch ramp, no. Please fulfill conditions above before entering coordinates. Missing egg. Alright, well. Gotta find the egg. Gotta find that egg. Gotta be something to do with this track here. Down further. Of course I can't pick these up, but... Oh. I don't think there's anything else I can do with the computer. Purpose has been served. I think this is where I need to be. 9 and 6, maybe? Nope. Hmm. numbers on it. Had to be relevant. 59 plus 6. Five? Zero, 6, 5. Oops. Oh, did that do it? Oh, that worked. Nice. Okay. Change something. What does that do exactly? Some mechanism of a lighthouse. Did it change where this elevator goes? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it would have rotated. Different here. I'm not sure what I just did. Let's just walk around. Could it have it? Clearly too far away from the lighthouse itself and effective. Go back to the first floor. Some of these rooms really look like they were. Yep, dead body's still here. Hasn't come back to life. Yes. Back out here. Seems strange. Really, it moved. Looks like a bridge. Gifted. Really, I did something. Great. No. Directly on lighthouse. Yeah, maybe this unlocked some path here that I. Oh, maybe this just unlocked the landing strip, launch ramp. Oh, okay, so that's what I did. I unlocked the launch ramp. I just need the egg. Missing egg. Really, there is a wall to smash open. Shouldn't be that hard to find, you'd think. Oh, there's a slide that shows what that slide is showing. This looks like a smashable wall if I ever saw one. Really not. Let's take another look at that. Unavailable because I'm in the elevator. Let's take another look at that projection. Where is that? Egg will be safe here. Hard to tell. Hold on. I feel like it's probably in this brick area. Oops, I didn't. Oopsies. You would think I would have found a wall by now that was like, you can use an item on that. Maybe it's not that simple. Maybe it's from the outside? Mighty fine anchor. Out here real quick. Has to be inside. Wait, it's out there. Down this. room? Aha! Metal rod. Extremely strong with some kind of hook on top. Wedge. That's something. Plot thickens. Up. Yes, I see. So the rod stops the elevator there. Extremely dangerous. Now we can smash this open. Neat. Ledge it up. Give me that egg. Daddy wants to make an omelet. All this puzzle working has made me hungry. Oh, look, a giant egg. Sunny side up, please. Snake skull, but what is it for? Cryptids and legends, the great white birds of Amerzone. According to some ancient myths, the Amerzone was home to the Avis alba, a creature with ivory, white plumage. Sorry, I had to sneeze. A bird with ivory white plumage, also known as the great white bird. These legless birds were said to glide for all eternity without once touching the ground, even after death. Whoa. Legend originated from the Ovo Valajos tribe, native to Amerzone. People who lived in symbiosis with these creatures of flight. Point where, as legend would have it, helping them reproduce by protecting their fertilized eggs through a unique process. Sacred ceremony of the egg rite. Dear Sir, our magazine would like to interview you for a feature dedicated to Amerzone. We are sure that your life and your scientific work, entirely devoted to this little-known country, will be of great interest to our readers. One of our journalists will be in touch with you very soon. Would you be so kind as to give him a warm welcome? Yours sincerely, Emma Fitzgerald. Mr. Valenbois, thank you for your patience and your payment. Everything is in order? You certainly have quite the project ahead of you. Kind that's likely to cost you a great deal of money, and may not even work properly. Not even to mention all the paperwork. So if I may, my son Simon loves this type of project. He's a good kid with a proven track record. He won't bother you with legal declarations. If you know what I mean, just give me the word, and I'll see to it that he gives you a good price. Sincerely, Mr. Renaud. Yay. Alright, found the egg. Okay, we probably need some kind of minecart. This thing. Back that up. I'll have to change that junction. This is cool. That around. Now. Him. Cool. Activate the egg again. Oh yeah, it was on the other side. No, where was it? Wrong button. Okay. Aha, there it was. Egg attach. Reminds me of building the egg car in tech class in high school. Or no, it was definitely high school. That back up there. We hit this lever. And go. Oh, I should probably open the door. Be funny if the egg smashed. Like, well, so much for the mission. Open up. Egg away. Okay, now we pull this rod out and fall to our death. I guess I could have fast traveled, but feels right to fix the elevator. Now the egg's there. Use this train thing. Click. Perfect. Egg acquired. Alright. And it's time to start our expedition after all that. What a cool game. I'm really enjoying this. I do want to play more of it. I'll throw it on the long list. Plane. Oh, we need coordinates. The game giving me coordinates for Shipwreck Island? Things I can use. Okay. Get the egg. Listen to the egg. One, two, three. Coordinates incorrect. Well, if you know they're incorrect, then you know what the coordinates are, computer. Oh, I see. That's your hint about the rod. remember for next book. Ooh. This. Cashew nuts. Oh yeah. See? If needed. Carefully labeled number 5 by Valenbois. Seems to have been intentionally destroyed. Weird. Whoops. That's... recall seeing coordinates. Oralberg? I feel like this is one of those things that Staring me right in the face. Hmm. I don't think it would be anywhere here. Feels like it would be around the hydrofloat itself. In fact, there's a map here. Like, that seems relevant. Tell me any. Get this. So close to being able to leave this zone. Well, let's try out the hints. Let's see. So, objective reminder. We've been doing well so far. Enter the coordinates into the hydrofloat. You need to enter 065 into the hydrofloat's computer, the same coordinates I used for the launch ramp. Oh, wow. You know, that had crossed my mind, but I didn't think that'd be it. Error. Fully automatic conversion craft not functional. Update semi-manual conversion set as default. Continue. Alright. We're off on the adventure. Warm and valid. What? Use manual controls. Oh, I see. We've got to make what's on there. Risk of collision between propellers and floats. I see. Oh. And like rotate it. Risk of collision. Okay. There we go. Right? No. Is that right? Storm Ballad. Did it. Bing bong. All right. And we're off. Grapnel inactive. Activating an anemometer. Did I win? Oh bye. Wow. Well, when we're off. let's go. For launch. Use throttle to initiate departure. Take flight for a long journey. Warning, no return journey has been programmed. Departure is definitive. What? I don't know about that. But I think that's a great place to stop for Amerzone. I know it feels like a tease, but yeah, that's a really cool game. I really enjoyed it. I want to play more. I definitely will. We're going to throw this on the long list and play it when we can. If you would like to check out Amerzone Steam page, it's really cool. It's on sale. It's also the Siberia games that are on sale, which are very similar. There's also the original version on GOG, I believe. We'll get on Steam. But yeah, that was really fun. I really enjoyed that. Thanks again to Microids for emailer key. And yeah, that'll be it for me tonight, folks. Thanks so much for hanging out. I really appreciate y'all. Let's raid Tawagia. Sims. I'll be back again tomorrow with Super Metroid Prime remastered shortlist. Thanks again, everybody. All next time. Bye bye.